Hey, what's going on, y'all? Jimmy Maverick was time for the fucking All Elite recap for the July 1st edition of Wednesday night's Dynamite Fyter Fest version.
Night one.
Night one.
Jimmy Maverick, Marcus Cash, SP3. This is the special edition, fucking clearly.
Especially because it was from Canada Day, so we've got our resident Canadian, SP3.
Usually you fucking join in with some bullshit. That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
That was fucking solid. I like the show. I like the show a lot. It continues the streak of good AEW shows. I'd say we're up to about six in a row at the moment. Maybe 5 good shows.
Like 8 across the board.
Yeah.
Like, everything's been like 8 or higher.
Yeah.
Well, generally speaking. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Everything's been 8 or higher?
The weeks. The show overall
is an 8 out of 10 usually most weeks.
Okay, overall. Alright. So it's not like everything. Okay, yeah, I'd say that.
Anyway, the show opened with MJF's promo. I didn't love it. I gotta be honest. I love MJF. And I thought promo was good. I can do without the... First of all, anytime anybody talks about how good their match is bothers me. Because that shouldn't be the goal of any wrestler. Mike Tyson's not trying to have the best fight on the card. What does he give a fuck? I can do without the shots. Not even shots, the acknowledgement of WWE. You like that?
I love that.
Care.
Very Nitro-ish.
I love it too.
I like the fact that MJF feels that he is the reason, that is the reason he's on camera. Because to boost ratings. That's why I'm here. I did like that.
And if you have anybody be the person to make that reference, MJF is the perfect person to put on camera to make that reference.
I don't want the reference to make though.
I loved him mentioning 2 things that a lot of fans have talked about, which is the eternal feud between him and Jungle Boy, and the fact that there's a ratings war, and the fact that WWE acknowledged it last week by deciding out of nowhere they were going to do NXT Great American Bash the next 2 weeks because AEW is doing Fyter Fest after they promoted it for a month.
I will admit, I do like the feud. I just don't like the acknowledgement. Does that make sense?
Well, the AEW has been known to just say what we're all thinking anyway. This is just them doing it. And like Cass said, they chose the perfect person to say it.
MJF is that guy.
And also considering how the other company, the older company, never acknowledges other companies whatsoever, ever. The fact that you've got the company that doesn't insult our intelligence and makes a reference, because we're probably all watching both channels anyway, for the most part. Jimmy. So yeah, don't treat us like we're stupid. Don't treat us like we have no idea who the other guys are.
Like you're stupid, we're just not talking about it. Should Marvel mention fucking the next fucking Batman movie that comes out? What do they give a fuck?
If it falls on the same night as your next C or D level Marvel guy, sure.
I love that.
You know, it happens sometimes. But I will say MJF's robe and attire, like scream pay-per-view. It was like made it feel like a pay-per-view. Yeah. He gave that pay-per-view feel, and I will give him credit. Not everybody can look good in pay.
Yeah. I don't know. That robe was rough.
The robe was like what you said, very bathrobe-ish.
It felt cheap, to be honest.
But the pink itself, the Pepto pink, it works.
It did work, surprisingly. And looking at it, I don't feel like Wardlow and MJF should work as well as they do, but they just do. I like that. I like them together a lot. I said Luther Reigns. You remember Luther Reigns? Am I the only person on the planet Earth that remembers Luther Reigns?
You remember Luther Reigns?
And he feels very Luther Reignsy to me. You never got over it.
Except he can do a lot of stuff.
He's got like in-ring talent. Like Luther Reigns has a character.
Yes,
but
the earrings.
He never translated between the ropes.
This is true.
Yeah.
I will say the match though between Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy versus MJF and Wardlow. I like that match a lot. Like way more than I should have. Matter of fact, Wardlow and Luchasaurus have been part of the best match on the card, in my opinion, for 2 weeks in a row.
Wow, you thought this was the best match on the card?
It's close. It's close. It was really
there was a lot of good matches on the card. I like this one because it was all action, and it was a little bit different from the other two tag team matches on the card. Whereas, like, this one was just all action, all spots. I love the little segment with the kip-ups with Jungle.
Yes, that was clean.
And then Wardlow and Luchasaurus, that was a highlight. That was great. And I love the whole finish, because if you're going to go with the Wardlow, MJF, breaking up storyline, you got to go into it. You already teased it, so you just got to go with it. So I don't think it's the best decision.
No.
But I can, with the way he's been showing in the ring, Wardlow, I could see him as a babyface.
He can get over you then?
He does the nicest Hurricane Rana in AEW.
I'm scared every time.
He does it. Like, he's done it a couple of times now, but every time he does it, I pop. This dude should not be doing this.
I agree with you there, but like from a talking perspective, first off, have we heard him talk in the first place? Like, I don't think he can get over as a babyface with his lack of talking.
But we don't know if he can't talk.
Yeah.
We just haven't heard him talk.
And he doesn't need to talk. He can be their Goldberg, their guy that doesn't talk that much, that has like a couple of words to say and just destroys everybody.
I can see that. I definitely think he needs to be a face, though. We've seen his heel act several times, like in the last couple of weeks, frankly, with Archer and Brian Cage. I don't need to see another one.
Yeah. There's too many monster heels, so that's why I feel they're making this decision that they want to put him on the face side.
I could see that. Okay, but as long as you keep him separate over here and not, at Fight for the Fallen, he's the one to try to stop the path of Cage or whatever. Like, let him be a monster face, completely doing a separate thing.
Where did that come from?
My point is, I don't want him going up against the super heels if he's going to be the super face. Like, let that build separately.
Well, they have not given us any hints that they're going to rush that. You're just jumping to conclusions.
I'm just saying. You said Goldberg, and that's where my mind went.
People forget how methodical Goldberg's push was. It wasn't slow, but it was methodical. It was like...
I remember three things. I remember Hugh Morris, Steven Regal, Hulk Hogan.
You forget the Raven feud?
Yeah, I did.
Where he went through every single member of the flock every week.
Yeah, I did forget the Raven feud.
I don't know. It was a nice little build again.
The Mongo feud where Mongo attacked him backstage and Mongo stole like a match from him, and then he finally beat Mongo's ass in like 5 minutes.
Right? I was like, go ahead, nice little run.
I've had too much entertainment reliving Mongo stuff on Twitter.
That's a lot. I don't know, people shit on him.
You need to come on True Rewind. We have a Mongo meter because Mongo was worse on commentary or in the ring.
I love that.
He was worse on commentary. I have no doubts about that.
It's close.
Actually, you know what? No, I take that back. He was worse in the ring. He
was fast.
Yeah.
He might be behind every minute.
I just had to think about him trying to run the ropes, and I was like, you know what? No, all the way the other way.
As awesome as Mongo was, this match was the opposite. And I thought all 4 guys got over.
Yeah.
As they should have. Are we going to change Jungle Boy's name? That is not a star name.
Barely a mid-carder's name, quite frankly. That is a curtain jerk name.
Jungle Jack, what's his last name?
Jungle Jack Perry.
That's a solid name.
I can deal with that. Yeah.
I think that's what JR is trying to get over.
He's trying. He's trying to let her.
And Excalibur is not having it. Jungle Boy.
Because they're trying to get to the teen demographic.
I think he does that by looking like he's fucking 12. That's fine.
And
I'll leave him right there.
And walking out with the 12-year-old itself.
I believe that's a him. Don't be like JR, use the wrong pronouns. By the way, I'm just telling you, we're not the only person that called that. JR fucking called Sonny Kiss She.
Yes.
And then the longest pause of all time.
That was last week, but yeah.
Poor bastard. Oh, JR. I thought it would happen down the road. No. Fucking got mess Sonny Kiss on TV.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Poor JR.
Oh my god, JR. Why?
To be fair.
I wish we would have got another Sonny and Joey vignette though. I've been loving that.
I gotta be honest, I don't get this fucking Archer versus Joey thing. It feels very
forced.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who buys this?
They did a thing on Dark. I saw Dark after Dynamite, but even then it didn't feel like it made sense. Because just like, the bad boy doesn't die. And I'm like, everybody dies. And not to use an Archer pun, but everybody does, like, ugh. And you especially, because you stink. Probably literally.
I like the Sonny and Joey angle. I like them as a tag team. I think that's the route to go to make both of them work.
Can we get the story
I just feel
with
like this is
lovers?
just to get heat back on Archer.
Yes, essentially. I don't mind it, but it feels like you're just putting this duo together, right? It's gonna work because I do like them together. I don't have to see anything outside of the ring. And as long as fucking Sonny Kiss puts on some actual pants. Because that shit last week was fucking uncomfortable. Fucking uncomfortable.
You want to get the backstory?
No, I don't want any fucking backstory. I don't want to think of seeing it again.
Oh, about their past relationships?
Jesus.
Because you know they've had a relationship.
I'm convinced the characters. I'm convinced the characters have fucked at some point. There's no doubt in my mind of that. That's happened.
Yeah.
What the joy
Their chemistry is just off the
Right?
charts. I'm sorry. That little scene after they beat up the guys at the gas station.
Yes.
That's fun.
Even before that, when he's just in the street and like Sonny Kiss is picking him up in the middle of the road, like an estranged lover that still cares.
Yeah. Wants to get his...
Their team name is Bad Romance.
Yuck.
I don't hate that though, to be honest. I don't hate it.
No.
That's solid.
I would have preferred Bad Boys.
No. That had nothing to do with Sonny Kiss.
That's just vanilla.
The question mark at the end of it.
Wow. Cut that? Nope. Leave it in. Fuck it. YouTube, you do what you want with it. What's the next match? Is that Sheeta versus Penelope Ford?
Yes,
Yeah.
This was the biggest surprise of the night. I love this.
Me too.
Penelope Ford's coming out party.
Was this your best match?
This is by far her best match.
No, this is her best match. Was this your best match of the night?
Oh.
It was close though.
Yeah, it's close between this and the main event, but in a way, you could say the main event didn't meet expectations only because it could have been longer. So maybe I might change my mind. I was on Wednesday Night Warriors this week where they review NXT and AEW, and I gave the match of the night, the whole entire night, to the main event. Mm-hmm. But thinking about it, having a night to sleep on it, I might say it's Sheeta and Penelope.
It was a great fucking match. I was shocked how good the match was. You said it right. Penelope Ford's coming out party. I gotta be honest. If they put the belt on her, I would not have been mad after the match. I felt like she earned it in the match.
Yeah.
And because the whole women's division needs it to get over at this point, just trade titles back.
I wouldn't mind them doing that until they figure out who their person is, their guy, so to speak. But I think they feel like Sheeta's their guy.
Yeah, I do feel like Sheeta is the woman right now to go with, because her character just works. It's just simple. It's just she's the Asian warrior. Like she's the warrior that's like that whole segment last week where she went in, knee strike, Falcon Arrow, 1, 2, 3, and then went out and tried to whoop out of the
did like that.
Her character in a nutshell, and they kind of like showed that off in this match with her being like resilient, overcoming like the interference from Sabian, whopping the crap out of him with that.
I was about to say,
Kip Sabian, no.
Out of Penelope Ford and Nyla Rose, I think Kip Sabian's put her over the most. It took 2 weeks and he put her over more than she's ever been. Like, Jesus. Last week was even better when he got popped in the face, his glass busted.
Yeah. He didn't realize it at first until way later.
That was great. That match is fantastic. I hope they do more with her. I'm not sure what she can do. The division's really light, especially with Statlander and Goat Baker that is missing. I don't know what you're doing.
They need more heels. That's what they really need. That's what I was thinking about. They need like a series of heels to come into AEW. If they are going to build up Shida, with the eventual goal probably being Shida and Go Baker when Go Baker's healthy. Yeah. But they need like a series of some heels to kind of stack up against Shida, and then like one big heel at All Out for her to like beat and kind of confirm her status as like the greatest AEW Women's Champion before Go Baker takes the title from her.
What about Chick Midian?
Abaddon.
I mean, Abaddon is a good one. I was all sold on her. I was all sold on that debut. That debut was awesome.
She's still around, or is she just not needed?
They signed her. But
they signed her.
If I never see that again, that'd be fine with me. That was woof.
Why?
Woof. Just
why?
Just
speak your mind. You're already fucking
speak your mind, man.
Did your homophobia? About to get your sexism, man. Go ahead.
Is it a unique character or
look? It's not even saying it's just
right. So unique characters, unique look. What's the problem, Cash? Say it out loud.
It's a mess.
She's not attractive. That's it.
That's a stretch.
That's it. The only reason there's one around. She's not pretty.
Yeah,
doesn't matter if she worked. Doesn't matter about the character. Doesn't matter nothing. She could be fucking rocking the microphone. Wouldn't matter because
I don't know.
She's not pretty. You just said you're over it. You don't need to know anything.
I don't know if she can work though because she had a squash.
Again,
so she didn't even show me she could work.
Again, she didn't show you she's bad at anything. Yet you're already over it. See? That's all you know. That's it. That's it. Just admit it. You'll feel better.
It was just jarring. It was just jarring to all the senses.
Yeah.
There's no idea. But they do need more women in general.
As long as you're pretty and you all like Penelope Ford, he's all for you coming around.
Yeah.
But if you fucking have a different character, I need to know that you're the Rock on the mic, you gotta be Shawn Michaels in the ring. That's the only way I can have you around, otherwise beat it.
Super athletic, just something, right? But I think they need more women. I don't think they need to all be heels, right? Like Big Swole's a face, right? But Big Swole can come in and have a thing with Shida.
Fucking mess.
Who, Big Swole?
You!
Oh.
You!
Go ahead. Continue. Go ahead.
I'm saying, Big Swole can come in for a couple months and...
Fight Shida?
Yeah.
No! Shida's a babyface. No faces. I'm tired of doing face versus face matches anyway. Shida is all heels. Straightforward ahead.
There's only one big babyface versus babyface matchup that I want to see.
Ooh.
And it's Moxley versus Omega for the world title. That's the next babyface matchup I want to see. Because I feel like Omega or Page is going to be the next world champion.
I hope it's Page. He got so over. He's cooled down.
I hope it's Omega so Page could take it from Omega.
Ooh. That works. What was the next match after Shida and Penelope Ford? I can't remember how good that fucking match was. No. That fucking that Matrix shit she did when she avoided the fucking
for a
drop kick to hit the stunner. I was like, that should be the finish.
And she didn't botch almost anything this match. Like she's a botch fest usually, and Penelope did not mess like anything up at all.
There was two moments in the match where I really thought I was like, those are good near falls. Was that one where she escaped the missile drop kick into the stunner, and then when Shida hit Kip with the stick, and then she hit her springboard stunner. I thought that was it too, and then I thought it was over when Shida hit the second Falcon Arrow, and she only got the two.
I got
that's another good near fall.
I'm not a fan of that. I get that they try to avoid like the fucking everyday wrestling finishes, but enough. Stop overdoing it. She hit the Falcon Arrow the second time. Just have her pin it.
But if she gets the win,
Falcon Arrow's not her finisher.
You hit her just the second time, and she won with it last week, didn't she?
She won last week because that was a jobber. She never beats really anybody with that Falcon Arrow.
What's Penelope Ford?
That's the whole reason that Excalibur always said, "Oh, she did the deal," and makes all of it.
Nobody kicks out the Falcon Arrow.
That's what I'm saying. If she beats her with the Falcon Arrow, then we don't get that line.
He did it earlier. He did it the first time.
No, the done the deal. That's whack.
No, he did it the first time. He did the Falcon Arrow spot the first time.
Nobody kicks out the Falcon Arrow. He didn't say that earlier.
He did the first time.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't because she reversed that cover real quick.
Yeah, he only said it on.
Oh yeah.
She reversed it into a roll-up.
Right.
I know because I popped for that line. It's the only thing Excalibur says that I'm happy for.
What was next?
I'm bad at things in order.
I don't remember what was next.
Cody versus Hager, I believe. I think in between that may have been the Darby Allin vignette, which I loved.
I did like
it. I just love these Darby Allin vignettes. They're doing so much for his character. Just him being told he's not medically clear, and then he does everything in the world that shouldn't be medically clear.
Exactly. They say I'm not medically cleared.
Time to set some cocksucker on fire while I skateboard.
He did like a moonsault into the skateboard or something.
What the fuck are you doing? This is not how you get medically clear.
At all. But to be fair, I don't think he's in a rush to get his ass kicked by Brian Cage again.
Hilarious. I'm assuming that's the next feud. He'll come back once Cage is done with Moxley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta be honest. But
I can see if they're gonna protect Cage and getting involved in that title match too.
You just made me very excited. I've been dreading this loss Cage is about to take. I've been dreading it. Because I saw what fucking the loss for Archer did. I saw what the loss for fucking Mr. Brody did. I'm just very concerned.
He's still got a good storyline.
Who?
I'm sorry. I love the storyline with Colt Cabana.
But that's Colt's storyline. Mr. Brody is now a supporting character in fucking Colt Cabana's storyline. But title match is supporting character on a fucking bottom card fucking...
No, Colt Cabana is the protagonist and the antagonist.
I do like the story though. I like it a lot. It's one of the better things they've done.
It is, especially because Colt's face is worth a million. Like, I don't care for Colt's wrestling, but it's Colt's face. He was like, I don't know. And I was like, yeah, I guess, okay. Yeah, I think I'm down for this. Like, his selling, facial-wise, is fantastic.
Right, so you guys don't think Brody's been buried. I'll tell you who did get buried. Jake Hager got buried by Moxley. But mostly buried himself because that match was fucking terrible. But
yeah,
this to me was his best match. His best match in AEW. I like this match a lot. Now to be fair, he doesn't have many great matches. This was still his best match in AEW.
And to be fair, his best opponent. So
we give him no credit. What's his best match? I can't think of one off the top of my head.
No, I say this is his best match because it's also been his best
match.
I'm looking at
I like the Moxley empty arena match a little bit more than others maybe.
You're right.
But I did think this was better than that one. But this was also the weakest TNT Championship matchup that there's been so far.
Wow.
No. He just fought Ricky Ortiz, or Ricky Starks, or whatever.
It was great. I love that one.
Yeah.
I love that match. It put over Ricky. That's the whole reason Ricky got a contract.
Let me ask you a question, though. Here's a question. This might be why we're having a difference here. How hard do you watch the picture-in-picture?
I don't usually, but we're going to get to the match that made me.
Okay. So you don't usually. I don't almost at all. So when I talk about how good a match is, I'm talking about everything that happens full screen. And everything that happened full screen was really, really, really good. I noticed when they started going picture-in-picture, I was like, all right, they're just doing some bullshit. Time to skip. But full screen was a really good match. I like that match a lot. You think it was Cody strictly?
I don't think strictly, but I think it being Cody and not Hager being stuck with Goldust or with John Moxley.
Jesus,
I think that helps Hager a lot have a much better match.
Being stuck with the champ.
Who shouldn't even be the champ?
Stuck with the champ.
Who should never have won the belts?
Hager just doesn't have great matches. We're having a polarizing opinion on this match. I felt like this is where the kind of the show took a turn. It kind of evened out. Like I felt like this was going to be the best show of the last couple of weeks, and now it kind of fell out after this matchup to me.
Wow.
It kind of leveled out to one of like the eights.
You really didn't like that match? I like that match.
I didn't like it all that much. I love the finish.
I didn't like the finish.
I said this on Wednesday Night Warriors. I'm going to say this here. Cody, I hope you're watching.
Okay.
You don't need all the smoke and mirrors. Oh, only smoke and mirrors. You you don't need them. Like, you don't need them for every single match. You don't need to bleed. You don't need Arn at 60 years old during a pandemic taking a bump out there. You don't need Dustin Rhodes coming out and interfering for no goddamn reason because it didn't even help you. You were supposed to lead into your finisher and Jake Hager reversed that anyway. So that interference was useless. Like, it all did not matter. It was just all ridiculous.
I agree. I do feel like he overthinks his matches quite a bit.
He does overthink them.
Maybe he's trying to heal though.
That's what I'm gonna say.
I like that. I like those. I like the heavy teases to him turning. I like Arn getting involved, like standing in front of the ring post and stuff. But Arn taking a bump, that was useless. Like, that didn't need to happen. I don't need Arn.
He didn't take a bump. He just choked him and pushed him a little
choked
bit.
out. I was here for that.
He was on the floor. Like,
holding his left arm.
That made Hager tougher. Like, I was down for that.
He beat up an old man who's fucking been injured for 20 years. That made him tougher?
Yeah, because he's an evil bad guy.
Fair enough. I do think his wife adds to the gimmick.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Catalina needs to come out to the ring for every match at this point. She needs to be in the inner circle.
His wife has more it factor than he does.
Yes. Yeah, that's fucking sad. What was after that? Was that Taz and Brian Cage next?
No, I think it was the tag match, Private Party versus Proud and Powerful. But before that, the baddest man on the planet, Orange Cassidy, came to commentary just to get under the skin of Chris Jericho, which Chris Jericho was hilarious.
Yes.
Trying to rationalize with himself. I wrestle him next week. I'm here to do a job.
Jericho just going off every 12 seconds on Orange Cassidy is hilarious. I'm just like, yeah, he's fantastic. Chris Jericho is splendid.
Shit Cassidy.
Yes. I gotta be honest, I like the match. I like the tag match. I like their styles. I wish they were both higher up on the card, but I like the kind of dynamic of, these are the two art students, and these are our two resident hoodlums who always meet in fucking high school gyms. I was like, that works. When fucking Santana was like, how come I get you one? I was like, that's exactly what this is. He's a bully.
That's very New York. That's very hoodlum. That's very like that was perfect. I hope that's just a thing he does from here on out. Quite frankly,
I wouldn't be against that, depending on who.
Yeah, well,
I like the little partnership between Matt and Private Party. It's good use of Matt. Matt doesn't need to be used as like a singles act. He needs to be used as like a mentor. And what it can lead to long term when his brother is done being exploited for his real life addictions, they could potentially have the rarest of things that I thought we would never see, but we could potentially see a heel Hardys versus Private Party.
I don't mind that.
I'm gonna pass on that.
They were broken veterans. They were broken veterans who are trying to take out the future dubs.
I'm going to pass on that wholeheartedly. As long as we have normal mats, ringside for Private Party, this is a win because this gets Private Party on my TV. You said you wish these two teams were both on the card more often.
Higher on the card.
Higher on the card more often. I wish Private Party was just on the card more often because I enjoy them so much.
They're very enjoyable.
I don't need the 3,000-year-old mats. I don't need the
other one.
The other ones. Right?
What did Chris Jericho say? They all stink.
They do all stink. But velour wearing mat outside the ring with Private Party, I'm here for that. And if this is a push, I'm very excited.
Where does it go while your boys hog up the tag team?
Here's my theory. I think the reason Best Friends didn't win the tag team titles is because maybe, just maybe, it's a Private Party.
No. We've got too much FTR stuff to do. Watch them slide.
Too much heavy teases to this triple threat tag team match. It's gonna be beautiful. The greatest triple threat tag team match.
Will they have knocked off the Rust by then? FTR?
Yeah.
Because it's taken them months and months apparently.
Well, they've been not wrestling for so long.
Absolutely.
And the first thing they gave him was the Butcher to put into the shadow.
How long did it take Jordan to score 55 after playing baseball for a year and a half?
Listen, Jordan's God.
5 games.
5 games? Okay. Never mind. Go ahead. That's why I need is fucking 5 years to knock the rest off.
Yeah. And besides, they haven't booked them correctly to begin with. Alright, instead of having the Blade take the Shatter Machine, they force them.
I remember you stick on this move. You say this every week. You stick on this one move for weeks. They've stunk for 4 weeks in a row.
They have not stunk at all.
What? Jesus.
They have not stunk at all.
FTR has stunk?
They've been average.
They have not stunk at all.
That match with SCU was great.
I
love it.
First, you didn't like the match, motherfucker. Don't try to jump on the bandwagon now. And here's my thing. Here's what I've been sold on. These are the greatest tag team since you stopped watching, Jimmy, number 1. The hashtag greatest tag team of all time.
Yes.
And if you hate the Young Bucks, you're going to love these two. And I've seen nothing but subpar averageness since they've showed up. That's my only thing. That's my only thing.
You hate the Young Bucks because that's what you've been programmed to do. I've heard you say the Young Bucks have had great matches.
They have.
So I understand if right now you still haven't seen that great match from FTR. Some people say that was the SCU match.
Wow.
Some people like the Butcher and the Blade match a little bit more. But I feel when they are in the ring with the Young Bucks, whether it's against them or in the 3-way with the tag team champions, I think it's going to be great.
We've already established it's going to be a triple threat feud. We've already established it.
Just let's long-term book it. Let's not hotshot it so much.
Stop weenie.
They are long-term booking it by having the triple threat match. I don't understand how you don't see that. The long-term plan is FTR versus the Young Bucks, but like Blood and Guts, they're not going to do that with no fans in the building. They are going to wait till they are able to have fans to pack the place because that's a match that will put butts in the seats and people will buy tickets for and put over tag team wrestling as the main event. So they're going to wait till they can have fans in the building before they have FTR versus the Young Bucks. So a 3-way at All Out is the way to stretch that out and give them more time.
Which is exactly why I wouldn't put them in the ring with each other at all in the first place. Maybe on the same team, although that's super weird to me. That's one thing. But triple threat tag team,
that's hard.
You're still seeing some of these spots that's going to be in this match.
Listen, I'm going to age myself as I typically do. So I haven't watched wrestling forever. But if you remember when Austin came back, that late 2000?
Yeah, what we say?
Him and Rock were in the ring together like every pay-per-view. Rumble, Armageddon, just all the time. The WrestleMania match didn't suffer.
So I
want to see them go at it.
We're talking about Austin and Rock. Here we're talking about the Young Bucks.
Rock and Triple H were in a mediocre to good, depending on your opinion, Fatal 4-Way match at WrestleMania 2000. And then the next month was in one of the greatest main events in Attitude Era history at WWF Backlash 2000. And they rocked the house because people wanted to see those two men in the ring on their own. That's the whole point. It doesn't water down anything. The fact that you have other people in it allows more different spots to allow. It leaves you room to leave more meat on the bone for your one-on-one or a tag team match between the two teams.
I'm not going to allow either one of you to compare the Young Bucks to The Rock and Triple H or Austin. That's outrageous. I am not here for that.
I love how you left FTR out, by the way.
Huh?
Just compare the Young Bucks to them. I love that.
The Young Bucks, wait, you want to know the difference between the Young Bucks and Revival? The Young Bucks have actually proven to be draws. That's the difference. The Young Bucks are a draw when it comes to merch. The Young Bucks are a draw when putting butts in the seats for Ring of Honor, for New Japan Pro Wrestling, for All Elite Wrestling. So, what the fuck has no Revival drawn anything?
To be fair... To be fair, and I'll give the Bucks credit where they got a company started, all right, and all the other stuff that you've mentioned. The Revival haven't been given that opportunity.
The Bucks weren't given that opportunity either.
They took
it. Given that opportunity either. They were in Impact TNA being called Generation Me, Max and Jeremy Buck. And they were not getting any type of push. They were not getting any type of love. They didn't even have money to take their flight for Rancho Cucamonga.
give you fucking biography on this motherfucker.
They earned their spot.
When they got to Japan.
Ring of Honor, it became a draw.
Yeah, when they got to Japan, then they were able to take a chance. Now the Revival are out from underneath Vince McMahon's thumb, and they have that opportunity to take the tag team wrestling world by storm.
Not with them guts.
They had an opportunity on the biggest platform in professional wrestling.
Tag teams don't have that opportunity on that platform.
I mean, how many tag team titles did they win there? I thought they won all of them. I thought they were the only team in history that won all of them tag team titles. They weren't given an opportunity.
They didn't win 8 of them like the New Day, or the Usos, or this, that, and the third.
But you can't say they weren't given an opportunity. I'm an FTR fan, but this is the problem that I have with hardcore FTR fans that aren't Young Bucks fans. This is where I got to hit y'all with the truth over and over again. They were given an opportunity. They were the Raw Tag Team Champions. They had rivalries with the Usos there. They were the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They had rivalries with the New Day there. They had one really good match with the New Day at TLC in 2019, but that's about it. They never had anything more than a really good match on the WWE main roster. They had classic matchups with DIY in 2016, and they've been living on that shit for 4 years. Let's be
God damn!
And American Alpha.
4 years ago?
And American Alpha.
4 years ago.
And American Alpha.
The classic ones that everybody remember is DIY. They had great matches with American Alpha, don't get me wrong. But the ones that they live on, the ones that they've eaten on ever since then are the matches with DIY.
And to be fair, last week, no. You think so?
Yes.
Okay. Not an argument.
As a match, yes.
I don't know. Sorry. Yeah. I'm just listening to y'all go. I know you brought the heat though. He said everything I wish I knew. Everything I wish I knew.
I appreciate the heat. Unfortunately, it's wrong because FTR is amazing, but I appreciate the heat.
They were amazing.
I didn't say they weren't.
I did. They were amazing.
So the synopsis here is the only person that's really wrong is Jimmy.
First of all, have you seen anything great since they came to AEW?
They've been transcendent.
Stop playing games, man. We've been serious. I'm asking a question.
They've been transcendent.
I've actually a very simple question. Since they come back, have you seen anything great?
Yeah, that pickup truck is pretty awesome. Alright.
Like I said, the only person that I know.
That Spike Pile Driver is
I didn't see anything Sid was talking about. All I know is what I'm saying. And so far, all they great is their pickup truck. Coming from the #1 back.
And their Spike Pile Driver.
They were great, and until they prove to me that they are great, it'll stay work.
It's a little rusty, but considering the rust, they're amazing.
Here we go. Considering the rust, amazing. Absolutely.
Transcendent.
What a bore.
What
a bore. I love that. No arguments, but I go to hokey. Go ahead. Ugh. Go ahead. What was next? Well, what the fuck have we been talking about? I don't know. Shit, we were on the main event. I'm not sure how the fuck we got there.
We're on FTR, I think, from the private party and Proud and Powerful match. Right. Which is a nice segue into the main event. But before the main event, there was one of the promos of the month. I don't know. It might quite possibly be one of the best promos I've heard all year in using real life shit to come off like such a fucking dick heel.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are unsure what the word transcendent means, Taz's promo skills are fucking transcendent. That motherfucker, where's he been?
Go.
Every week he cuts one of the best promos I've heard in a long time. And it's always...
This one was just amazing. This was the highlight of the show to me. This was the only thing that was 5 stars. They had 5 different matches. 5 stars. But this promo was 5 stars out the park in using... I love the move, first of all, to bring life in. I love the move in holding off the Moxley and Cage match. That was the right move for Moxley. That was the right move for the AEW roster. And it shows a level of responsibility which the other company has. Don't get me started there.
To be fair, they're in the central business. Have some respect. They're an essential business. Have some respect.
But I love the shoot job. I love the shoot job by Taz saying we don't hold the sloppy shop here. And then he says I talked to Tony Khan and he tested twice.
Yes.
He came up negative, and if you would have get off your ass and cut it here,
you get tested again.
In the arena, you would have get tested a third time.
I love how I don't know how I want to phrase this. If you don't know who Taz is, Moxley might come across like a hoe. He comes across like, what do you call them? Chicken shits?
Yeah.
He can come across like that, but you know Moxley's a badass, so Taz is just talking shit. But he's so intense, I still kind of believe him. Like, maybe Moxley is a bitch. Maybe he's scared. If Taz says he's scared, Nick's scared. That's just what it is. But he always hits me. What?
I believe every word he says.
But he always fucking brings it back to Cage, which is the whole point of a promo, which is why I like it. And don't have Cage talk, because he tried to talk on one of the promos. It's shit rough. But goddamn it, Taz is he's the snake. I just hope they don't botch it. That's why when you said fucking Darby might cost in the match, I was like, please do not ruin Taz and Brian Cage. In that order, Taz and Brian Cage. What do you think?
Definitely my favorite part of the show. Best promo for sure. I loved all the Taz promos he's done, but yeah, I think this was definitely the most intense because he cut ass on Jon Moxley. He threw in some cussing. He cut ass on WWE. He tied everything back to Cage. Like
a case of the chicken shits. That's what.
And there was this general annoyance that just read off on the TV about how, because he's still getting a title match. They didn't cancel the title match.
Right.
But his annoyance that we're still going to take that belt, but now we got to wait another week.
Yeah.
It's literally one extra week. And he's so annoyed, he's through the roof.
I can't remember why he called him a dumbass, but I just remember loving the reason why. Fuck. Taz is great. He called him a dumb. Who calls people dumbass except angry old men?
As like
dumbass.
As a mic drop too. He was like, yeah, dumbass, and he just walks away. And that's the end of that.
Seeing Cage with a shirt was awkward, right?
Oh yeah. JR made him mention that too. He was like, if I was him, I would never wear a shirt.
I loved him using the techniques by Taz to just be a dick to Jon Moxley. See how he wraps his arms around him? You can't do that to Brian Cage.
You can't do that to Brian Cage. He's like, Jesus, that's hilarious.
Can I be honest? I want that to be the thing now for like every Cage opponent. The techniques by Taz about what can't happen to Brian Cage.
That would be hilarious. One way Andrew can't do that to Brian Cage.
Yeah.
The main event, first of all, Best Friends comes out with their mom. Was it a pickup truck?
That was like an SUV or something.
It was splendid.
The greatest car entrance in professional wrestling history. I'm sorry, nothing made me smile and laugh more than Trent's mom calling him back.
Yes!
His game face off.
It was so fucking fantastic. Bye, Mom. I was like, Jesus. Yeah, they took on Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. I guess you really like this match?
I really like this match. It is, at the same time, I can see it fell a little bit short because I felt like it was shorter than, I felt like it could have had like 10 more minutes, and when it ended, I was like, oh, okay.
That's it?
And I was like, I did look at the time, and I was like, oh, okay, you're running short. You're running short on time, but I was like, damn, I was like, I wanted a little bit more from it, but I really liked the match. All four guys delivered, most especially Trent. Trent was the MVP of this match to me.
He's MVP every week, according to JR. He's MVP every week, according to JR. JR does not fuck with Chucky T at all. Trent carries his team. Like, they're a tag team, JR.
Yeah.
It's only two of them. Jesus. The fuck? Okay. He really likes Trent.
For me, this is my least favorite match on the show. Convincingly, my least favorite match on the show.
I'm trying to think.
I enjoyed the entire show to different levels, but I enjoyed the entire show. And then we got here, and I felt like my sailboat ran out of wind.
That's an awkward analogy, but I get your point.
It's just like we're smooth sailing, and then we're just here, and we're in the middle of the ocean.
I love that. He explains his analogy. We get what a sailboat does. We get what happens when it runs out of wind. It stops. I got it. I just think the overall visual is awkward.
Yeah, just like the whole thing was just like meh to me. The whole match was meh. The ending especially felt like, I don't know if they were or not, but it felt like Omega and Chuck Taylor got hurt and they had to figure out this ending between Hangman and Trent.
I think
it was super awkward. It was super like not convincing even.
I think Sid might have hit on it accidentally. I think they misjudged how much time they had, and they decided to cut it short. That's what it felt like. It just felt like that's the end. Like,
but even so, you would cut out the middle. It felt like they cut out the end.
Yeah, I'm sure the ref told him, "Hey, we ain't got as much time as you thought we had. Wrap this shit up."
Mm-hmm. But I really love the storytelling in this match. That's why I thought it was different from the other two matches on the card. Whereas like Private Party and Crowded Powerful, they mixed a little bit of the spot fest from the first match into like a more traditional babyface versus heel tag team matchup. This one just didn't have the babyface versus heel dynamic, but they went more to like the story of like Hangman and Kenny being the best wrestlers, but not being really like best friends. While these two know each other very well, and they also I like the little promo that they did before the match where Kenny and Hangman did like a little thing. I was watching Wrestle Talk with Luke Owens and Ollie Davis, and they said that one of the fans, one of their commenters said that Hangman during the promo put up the 4. So now Cody has done the 4, the FTR has done the 4, and now Hangman has done the 4. And during the promo, that was the first thing. And then I liked the little thing with Kenny at the end saying the night will end with his catchphrase, and then Hangman kind of looking at him like...
Yeah, he did look like... You're lame. Like,
yeah. And he is.
Yeah.
No, he looked at him like, I'm the one that always wins, though.
This is true. I think like the finish put Hangman over more than anything else.
Yeah. That part of it.
They did a good job of establishing the two biggest storyline points of this matchup on commentary, where they hit Strong Zero, best friends, which is their finisher. That's how they got on this whole winning streak on Hangman, and he was done. Even JR was like, "Oh, it's over." Yeah. 1, 2, and Kenny came in for the save. And then commentary put over the fact that Kenny just saved their tag team titles, but then at the end, Kenny was so hurt, Hangman just took over and won the matchup. So they set up those two things so both of the guys have like their whole like point. Oh, I saved the matchup, but I won the match.
This is true. I gotta be honest. I'm just disappointed with the way Best Friends has been used for a long time, and I feel like this should be the end of them. This should be the end of Best Friends. I legitimately feel the end. The end. You built up the journey. They came here. They didn't win the belts. I don't want them to sit on the sidelines while FTR and the Young Bucks and Omega and Page fucking go through their 4-month feud or however the fuck they're gonna do it. Break them up. JR loves Trent. Let's fucking put the rocket on Trent and let's move on. Let's move on with life. It happens. You had a nice little run. Let's go. Fuck it. If you're not gonna put the belts on, why are they here? What more can they do? At one point we were the most over team with Cassidy. Then we had a nice little run here, and we still didn't get the belt. So what the fuck are we doing here?
A half heel turn. We introduce another person who intertwines himself in the Best Friends, and now we just have really good friends.
My idea is, I think around January, if I introduce the title, that yes, we got time. Yes, they're gonna have something. They're always gonna have something because they're a draw. They're a ratings draw. That's why they were put in the main event. So they're always gonna have something going on. They could play off of the whole Orange Cassidy, Chris Jericho thing and have like a multi-month thing with Inner Circle if they want. There's so many things they can go with. But I feel the long-term goal for them in keeping them away from that big win here is they are going to be the first ever AEW Trios Champions. Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends. That's going to be their first time.
Sound like a New York Knicks fan or a Dallas Cowboys fan. It's always our year coming up. It's always time. It's not.
You know what?
We don't fuck with you like that. That is what Tony Khan was saying. We like you. We don't love you. We're not putting the ring on it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. This is the equivalent of Too Cool getting the 30 seconds to themselves in the Royal Rumble so they can dance.
I love that.
This is their first shot at the tag team titles. You guys are like ridiculous.
How over can they get, Sid?
I love Too Cool, but this is Too Cool.
Fans. I don't know how over they can get. If they're fans, maybe the outcome would have been different. Maybe all these wins would have got the fans so on best friend side that they would be the ones that they would have chose to beat, and then we would have had the whole breakup between Hangman and Kenny here. I thought that's why I went with best friends to win here, because I thought they were gonna have something big for this night one of Fyter Fest to end the night, and I thought Hangman and Kenny breaking up was that big thing.
I thought so too.
It didn't happen here. They want to do this three-way, which I am all for.
Your guys, FTR, y'all's guys, at commentary, just looking a mess as they typically do. Let's explain now with the beer. That's why they look like that. Baldy clearly drinks more than the other one. But they come down and they offer beers to Omega and Hangman. Hangman takes it in half a second. He didn't give a fuck who that was offering the beer. He took it. Omega takes it too. And then Omega dumps it out because he doesn't drink.
Rude.
And he doesn't fuck with FTR. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That look on his face. It felt like a heel turn. Like he was Batista. He did the thumbs down. It was like,
Oh, with the bottle.
And then they got upset. Like, first of all. And then here come the Young Bucks, because we don't need any team getting spotlight except us. They run out immediately. Make sure our face is on camera.
Yeah.
I did like how Hangman and Omega were separate.
Yep.
It makes sense.
We got the drinking side over here. We got the nerds over here.
That's true, Matt. No matter how many Jordans you wear, you're still a nerd. Never forget it.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I don't know.
Generation unique.
Awful.
I just feel like I didn't like the way they overshadowed Best Friends. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And Best Friends, I was on my cash shit. Like the motherfuckers had matching pants finally. Had mom drive them out. This is the time. Hangman treating them like they ain't shit. We're gonna beat them. It's just what it is. They're gonna whack. Here we go. And then it just did. They showed mom in the crowd, and then they just didn't do it.
The mom in the crowd thing too definitely got me going.
I'm so mad.
I wanted to see the end of that, maybe like as a post Dynamite exclusive, where like he's upset, so mom's gotta console him, or mom's upset with him. Get in the car and he'll talk to me. She drives him away.
She seems like that kind of mom. Jesus, what the fuck's wrong with you?
You got rid of me
Don't
for a
talk
second.
about season like that.
Got rid of me for a second.
So you really want to see a show with that feud? I'm really, yeah.
I'm on the bandwagon. I'm leading the way. I'm leading the way all the way to All Out, September 5th. The big time. That's going to be the big time matchup. We're going to see MJF versus Moxley. I think those are the two.
What?
Big matchups
You think
for
so?
All Out. I think those are the two big ones for All Out.
I'm here for that. If MJF wins.
Do you think we not got enough out of MJF versus Cody? I feel like they dropped that way too fast.
They did drop that way too fast.
I think they're going to come back to it someday, but I think the roles might be reversed.
But didn't MJF hint a couple weeks ago that he should have got the TV title shot?
He should have.
And Cody scared of him?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want that to be the other match for the card. Some type of violent match.
MJF versus Cody for the TV title?
Yeah.
Then who do you got for Moxley?
You can pick the next guy he'll bury. I don't care.
I think they should do something like a mystery person for All Out for Cody for the TNT Championship, like a big free agent or a one-time guy just to come into All Out.
Ooh,
All Out.
Their last mystery guy was a miss. I don't know why you like this Ricky kid, but he stinks.
He stinks?
Stinks.
No, he doesn't.
Stinks.
I get you being...
He stinks doesn't mean the majority of fans thought he stinks.
Which is
because
what's
the majority
wrong
of
with wrestling fans.
Get it.
Which is what's wrong with wrestling fans, exactly.
The match was fine.
John Starks, he does not have a good look to me.
Oh my God, Jesus.
And I watched this match on Dark. Wasn't impressed either.
Yeah, okay. You already, I know you. You go in with biases. Once you got an opinion on something, it doesn't change.
Especially if you have a snatch.
Wow, that was sexist.
I know. Been sitting next to it for 40, 50 minutes now. I never forget Abaddon, what the fucking name is.
She's a mess.
Fucking naked video. I forget.
She's a mess.
Night 2 already looked like garbage.
Yes,
before the title match was off the card. And now the title match is off the card. I'm sorry, this shit looks rough. It looks like an AEW event. Like it just looks like a regular old week. Like,
was that pun intended, Jimmy?
what?
That it looks rough. Why is there a puppy bowl on Fyter Fest?
I mean, that's not on Fyter Fest. That's after Fyter Fest.
Oh.
I thought it. That's what the ad said. But
I
thought it was a part of it.
That's a plug. That's a plug for people that like puppies. I mean,
I thought they were putting in like in place of Moxley.
What?
I thought that was in place of the Moxley match we weren't gonna get.
What?
No.
What?
In place of the Moxley match, we get Private Party versus Hangman and Omega for the tag team titles. So they're hanging on that match and the 8-man with FTR and Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros and Butcher and Blade.
Let me ask you something. What is Omega?
Those two matches are going to be great.
They'll be fine.
Orange versus Jericho is going to be.
That'd be fun too.
That's gonna be fun.
Omega doesn't. Why doesn't Omega like to tag?
Ever?
I thought FTR coming was gonna fucking put this all into perspective. That was what they said they were gonna do, which I did like, which is why I was on board the first week. It's called tag team. It's like, yes, thank you, sir. Why doesn't Omega tag anybody?
Romeo has a theory that they started drinking way before they came out because they saw the opening match with the lack of tag.
Yeah, that shit was rough. I was like, ooh.
I mean, I know what Omega doesn't.
Alright.
It's not a part of his routine. When he rehearses his performances.
Alright, we got it. Fucking Marcus Cornett.
Exactly. Stop trying so hard.
Oh,
He shouldn't be in a tag team. He's a fantastic singles competitor. He doesn't know how to tag team.
I think he does. I think he's had great tag team matches, and you have as well.
He's had great matches.
Sure, imagine.
I know he's had great tag team matches.
Yeah.
He had great matches. He had great matches featuring two people on this side, 2 people on that side. But as far as tag team matches go, we're not following any tag team rules. I don't know how this is a tag team match. How does that work?
Texas Tornado Lucha Libre tag team matches? Sure.
Technically, a tag team match. It's more like a tornado match.
Yes.
The Young Bucks match is one of the greatest tag team matches ever.
Yes, the greatest tornado tag match I've ever seen.
Yes.
It was fucking splendid. Why don't we just do that? Nobody wants to listen to this theory.
Why doesn't that be just the AEW thing? Just all tag matches and tornado matches?
No. They have way too many tag matches to begin with.
They're all tornado matches anyway.
Just have Omega's Omega and Hangman, I guess. Their matches are always tornado tag matches. Like fucking the Briscoes. 2 out of 3 falls, they're always tornado tag matches. That's their thing. And it works since they're not really a team. We're the 2 best singles wrestlers. It's just what we do. And therefore we don't have to tag. And therefore the referee doesn't look like a fucking idiot while the 2 of them, the niggas were discussing strategy in the ring. Fucking Omega goes, they're both, you're not supposed to be there. What are you doing? And Dummy had to stand there like, alright, I'm doing something with my hands.
Get out, I mean it.
I mean it.
Serious. 5. 5.5. 6.
I think that was it. I'm not looking forward to night 2, I'll be honest. I'm down.
I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fine probably.
It'll be fine, but whatever. Do we have high points and low points?
High points, Taz. And I think you're right. The first half, pre-Cody Swagger, so Sheeta and Penelope and opening tag.
I'm going to say, my match of the night is opening tag.
Sheeta and Penelope was really good though. Like, it was really good match.
I gotta change my pick from Wednesday Night Warriors from the main event to Sheeta versus Penelope Ford. Recapping it twice, sleeping on it, it made me realize that Penelope showed out. Sheeta looked like a competent champion. It just accomplished so much. You gotta go with it.
I really want to see a rematch. Like, that's how much I like that fucking match. I should watch it every time.
Do you have any specific low points? Because I've got one, and it's not the tag match at the end.
It was the right after the tag match. That's my low point.
Oh.
From the 3 count to the end of the show. That's my low point.
Close match.
Yeah.
Mine was actually when they were coming out to the ring. Not Hangman and Omega, but rather as they were walking out to the ring, they only spent about 5 to 10 seconds on Britt Baker, and she didn't even get to talk or interact with Shivani.
So lack of Britt Baker is a low point? You know what?
The low point.
I changed my pick. Lack of Goat Baker. Maybe it's stay with her for night 2. I'm still need time. It's not a great card. You know what's on the card? Nyla Rose in action. That's not a great card. It's not a great card. Just letting you know now.
Hey, maybe we get Abaddon.
I love that. Plug?
Check out the rest of the content right here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. You got True Hill Heat 80, where we talk all about the speaking out movement and its effects on the pro wrestling world, as well as more about the testing with WWE. We get well into that. As well, we'll have Miss Chrissy Love and Top Guy JJ's thoughts on AEW and NXT. And you can check out the newest edition of True Hill Heat, as we'll have Jonathan from Dirt Sheet Radio on True Hill Heat 81.
Yes. They review Monday Night Raw on the True Hill Heat Network. When you check that out, you can also check out mine. You don't?
We don't anymore. Going Raw with Drunk Guy JJ has taken a sabbatical, so it's all yours. It's all yours. So I've been loving your Pritchard's Raw.
Well, time out. I didn't know that stopped being a thing. Okay.
Check the channel once in a while, maybe.
But you're telling yourself right now.
That group chat is just always going off, and it's just too much to keep up with. It's just so much.
The chat, it's at the channel.
Still, it's a lot of content, bro. It's a lot of stuff on there. All right, scratch that. My handle down below at My Battery Is Dying. That's my YouTube channel. Right now, I've been reviewing Monday Night Raw because no one else on True Hill Heat has been doing it lately. I've been covering it since the beginning of Bruce Pritchard taking over. That handle is good for everywhere else, and I do have other non-wrestling stuff coming through as well, as soon as I can figure out how to edit all that.
Post your comments down below. What?